Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a question that might disturb your comfort a little. Have you ever worked very hard and still stayed in the same place? Long hours, late nights, sacrifices. Yet somehow the results never match the effort. That's one of life's greatest frustration, doing more but becoming less. Most people are taught one rule: just work harder. But nobody tells them the second rule: hard work without direction is just exhaustion with hope attached. You can push a car all day, but if it's pointed the wrong way, you only get tired, not successful. See, success is not about how fast you move, it's about where you're moving. Some people climb very hard only to realize later they climbed the wrong mountain. If you stay with me today, you will learn how ultra performers think differently. Not about effort, but about alignment, leverage, focus, and intelligent execution. This is not hype, this is a mindset upgrade. By the end of this message, you'll understand why hustle alone keeps people broke, how to turn effort into results, how to stop being busy and start being effective. Because the future doesn't reward the busiest people, it rewards the wisest movers. So if you're ready to stop running in circles and start moving with purpose, let's talk about ultra successful people. Start with one rare habit: they own their life completely. They don't blame their parents, their boss, the economy, bad luck, or timing. They understand something most people avoid. The moment you blame, you surrender control. But the moment you accept responsibility, you gain power. Most people spend years explaining why things didn't work. They say, opportunities are limited, people treated me unfairly. Ultra successful people speak a different language. They ask, what did I do? What can I improve? What must change in me? Responsibility is not punishment, it is permission to lead your own future. Think about if your life is controlled by circumstances, then you are powerless. But if your life is controlled by decisions, then you are dangerous in the best way. When problems appear, average people complain. Ultra successful people calculate. They don't waste energy asking why something happened. They focus on what to do next. They turn setbacks into feedback. They ask powerful questions. What skill am I missing? What habit is slowing me down? What action can I take today? They understand this formula. The more responsibility you accept, the more control you earn. If you want better health, take responsibility for discipline. If you want confidence, take responsibility for action. If you want income, take responsibility for learning. Nothing changes until you do. Ultra successful people stop waiting for permission. They stop hoping someone will rescue them. They realize nobody owes them success. It must be constructed. So they replace excuses with execution. They replace blame with behavior. They replace wishing with working. And once responsibility becomes a habit, growth becomes automatic. Because the future does not respond to complaints, it responds to ownership. Ultra successful people understand a simple truth: your life is shaped by how you use your days. Big dreams mean nothing if daily actions don't support them. Most people wake up and react. They check their phone, follow their mood, respond to messages, scroll, talk, and hope productivity happens accidentally. Ultra successful people don't live by accident, they live by design. They plan when to work, when to learn, when to reflect, when to improve. They don't ask, they ask, what must be done today? Because feelings change, but discipline builds futures. They understand if you don't control your time, someone else will control it for you. Every morning is a negotiation between comfort and commitment. Comfort says sleep more, scroll more, delay more. Commitment says build more, focus more, grow more. Ultra successful people choose growth before ease. They create routines for reading, planning, skill practice, health, execution, not because it's exciting, because it's effective. They also remove time thieves, endless scrolling, random meetings, unplanned days, emotional working. They replace chaos with structure. 10 minutes of learning daily becomes expertise. 1 hour of focus daily becomes mastery. 1 year of discipline becomes transformation. Their calendar becomes their weapon. Because success is not about having time, it is about using time intentionally. When you control your routine, you control your direction. And when you control your direction, progress becomes predictable. Ultra successful people protect their mind like a vault. They understand the mind is not passive. It produces whatever you feed it. Feed it fear, it creates doubt. Feed it excuses, it creates weakness. Feed it discipline, it creates power. Most people allow anything into their mind: negative news, toxic people, useless entertainment, and destructive self-talk. Then they wonder why motivation disappears. Ultra successful people are selective. They choose what they watch, what they listen to, who they learn from, what they repeat internally. They understand your thoughts become your habits, and your habits become your destiny. Instead of saying, I can't, they say, how can I? Instead of saying, it's impossible, they say, it's unfamiliar. Instead of saying, I'm tired, they say, I'm training. They replace emotional thinking with disciplined thinking. They read, listen, study, and surround themselves with growth information, not for entertainment, but for mental conditioning. Just like the body needs exercise, the mind needs training. Ultra successful people monitor their inner dialogue. They make sure their voice pushes forward instead of pulling backward. Because what dominates your thinking determines what dominates your life. If your mind is strong, your actions become strong. If your mind is focused, your results become focused. And when your thoughts work for you instead of against you, progress becomes unstoppable. Average people avoid pain. Ultra-successful people use it. Most people ask, how can this be easier? Ultra-successful people ask, how can this make me better? Growth is uncomfortable. Learning is awkward. Discipline is boring before it becomes powerful. Ultra-successful people understand. Discomfort is the price of improvement. They train when motivation fades. They study when boredom attacks. They act when fear whispers. They don't wait to feel ready. They move to become ready. Every uncomfortable action deposits strength into the future. Muscles grow by resistance. Confidence grows by challenge. Success grows by pressure. While others escape difficulty, winners enter it. They deliberately do hard things, waking early, saying no to distractions, practicing when tired, continuing when results are slow. They understand your comfort zone is beautiful, but nothing grows there. Pain today becomes skill tomorrow. Struggle today becomes wisdom tomorrow. Discipline today becomes freedom tomorrow. Ultra-successful people don't fear discomfort. They schedule it. Because what you avoid controls you, but what you face strengthens you. Most people want success to look good. Ultra-successful people want success to work well. They ask, how can I become valuable? Not, how can I look successful? They invest in communication, problem solving, creativity, emotional intelligence. They understand income follows value. If you solve big problems, you earn big rewards. If you solve small problems, you earn small rewards. They practice their craft when nobody is watching. They study while others sleep. They train while others talk. They improve while others compare. Status is temporary. Skill is permanent. You can lose money, but not ability. You can lose position, but not competence. Ultra-successful people prepare obsessively. They know opportunity never arrives perfectly. It arrives demanding competence. So instead of waiting for chances, they become capable. Because the world does not pay for intentions. It pays for usefulness and execution. If you become rare, opportunity becomes common. And rarity is built through mastery, not shortcuts. Motivation is emotional. Consistency is professional. Ultra-successful people don't depend on feelings, they depend on decisions. Most people start strong and finish weak. Ultra-successful people start disciplined and finish powerful. They understand that consistency beats intensity. Anyone can work hard for a week. Few can work smart for a year. They show up when tired. They act when bored. They continue when results are invisible. Because progress happens privately before it happens publicly, they trust compound growth. Small actions repeated daily become massive results over time. They don't chase motivation, they build systems. They rely on habits, routines, standards, commitments, not emotions. They know success is rented and the rent is paid every day. You don't win once, you maintain daily. Ultra-successful people separate themselves from the crowd by one habit. They don't stop. When others pause, they push. When others doubt, they do. When others quit, they continue. And eventually, effort turns into excellence.